Welcome back to my nail channel. In this video, I'm going to be testing out some products from a small business. Here, I'm just unpackaging some of the acrylic powders that I got. I did get two different colors. The first one is called Sunset. They are both 20 ml acrylic powder jars. As you can see, it has her cute logo all over it. I think this is so cute. The other color I got is also in the same jar, and this one is called Sugar. I will link both of these acrylic powders as well as her website down in the description if you would like to go and check that out. So let's go ahead and take a look at these acrylic powders. They do both have this little stopper to prevent the acrylic from spilling out. This first one, which is Sunset, is a gorgeous orange glitter acrylic. And the second one, which is Sugar, this one is a white glitter acrylic powder. Both of these acrylic powders are very beautiful and I cannot wait to test both of them out. I have already prepped my natural nails. I've placed some jelly tips and I have buffed over the surface of the jelly tips. If you'd like to see how I applied these jelly tips, I will link it down in the description. For this set, I'm going to be using the color Sunset, which is that gorgeous orange shade of glitter acrylic powder. And I will be mentioning that I'm going to be using this as a dip powder because monomer smells terrible. So I am going to be using my double dip base, which is number 2, and I'm going to be applying this like dip powder. So as I said, I did already prep these jelly tips, but I am going to be further prepping them to try to make this manicure last a little bit longer. So I'm going to take the double dip premium jelly liquid starter kit. So this is basically a liquid starter kit for the jelly tips. You get the protein bond, the adhesive primer, press on glue gel. This is basically a builder gel, and a no white gel top coat. So I'm going to be using the bond and also the primer. So I'm going to take that protein bond and apply a thin layer of this to all of the prepped nails. This is going to dehydrate the nail and make the product stick a little bit better to the nail. So once I apply the thin layer to all of the nails, I am going to let it dry for about a minute or two, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the adhesive primer. I'm going to add a really thin layer of this, and I'm making sure not to touch the skin. This again is going to help prime the nail and allow the product to last a little bit longer. So once the primer has fully dried after about a minute or two, I'm going to go ahead and start the dip powder application. So I'm taking my dip base, which is number 2, and I'm going to apply this to the entire nail. I am trying to be very careful not to get this on my skin. Immediately after the dip base has been applied, I'm going to dip the nail at a 45-degree angle into the acrylic powder. I'm then going to tap away the excess powder and repeat the same process on my middle fingernail. I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite nail designs that I've ever done. I feel like I say that about every design that I do now, but it's the truth. This one is probably one of my top favorites. I really love the texture differences and how the whole design looks. So if you're needing some inspiration on different ways to do your nails, definitely go and try out this manicure. After that layer is dry, I'm then going to take my mermaid tail fluffy nail brush and dust away all of the excess powder. This is really important to prevent the dip base brush from getting contaminated and hardening up. Then I'm taking the color Nude from Double Dip and I'm going to be doing an ombre nail. I did try this method with a different color and it looked absolutely terrible, so I took it off and that's why the nail looks like that. But I'm applying my dip base to the entire nail. Then taking a small makeup brush, I'm going to pick up the Nude dip powder color and start tapping that dip powder onto the base of the nail. I do have my nail facing down towards the dip powder, and this is going to allow the dip powder to ombre as it gets towards the edge of the nail. After I fully covered the base of the nail with the Nude dip powder, I'm then going to tap away some of the excess dip powder, and then I'm going to dip the nail into the Sunset acrylic powder. I'm then going to tap the nail to release some of the acrylic powder, and then take the fluffy nail brush and dust away all of the excess powder. For the next nail, I'm taking this custom orange dip powder that I mixed up for this video right here, and I'm going to be using this color with my French tip dip powder tray. I'm going to go ahead and pour the entire thing into the tray just because there's not much of it. This is not Kiara Sky dip powder, by the way, it's just a jar that I'm using. So I'm tapping that onto the table to flatten it out, and for the index nail, I'm going to be doing a French tip dip powder nail. So I'm applying that dip base onto the entire nail, and immediately after the dip base has been applied, I'm going to dip the nail into the orange dip powder. The more parallel you hold your finger with the table, the curvier your smile line is going to be. I didn't like how small I made that, so I just went ahead and quickly dipped the nail back into the orange dip powder to try to make the smile line a little bit thicker. I then tapped away the excess dip powder. Then I'm going to immediately dip the nail into the nude dip powder color from Double Dip. And that's the French tip nail. I'm then going to do my thumbnail, and I'm applying that dip base onto the entire nail. For this one, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, so I just decided to do a solid color nail. And for this one, I am dipping into that orange dip powder that I mixed up. It looks a little bit weird. I'm not a big fan of this specific nail for the way that the dip powder was applied. I feel like I could have done a little bit better job, but that's on me. So after those nails have dried, I'm going to dust away all of the excess dip powder with my mermaid tail fluffy nail brush. After all of the dip powder has been removed, I'm then going to do a second layer on all of the nails. I do really love these acrylics, and I would recommend them if you love glitter dip powders or glitter acrylics. They're not completely opaque, so keep that in mind if you do decide to purchase these acrylics. I do really love the colors of them. I love how it's not super strong, but you still get the idea that these are orange. I do love the glitters that she used in these acrylics. I feel like this type of glitter is so easy to blend, so it's really easy to do different colors of ombre, like ombre dip powders and stuff. But yeah, I really do love these acrylics, so definitely go and check it out on her website. I also loved this design so much that I did it in another color. Yes, so if you want to see this design but in a different color, wait until the end to see how that one looks. Also, if you're doing an ombre dip powder nail with a solid and a glitter dip powder, you want to make sure to do the solid color first, just to make sure that the glitter does not get on the solid part of the nail. This nail actually did not turn out how I wanted because the orange dip powder color was way too similar to the base color of the nail. I wish I would have used a different orange dip powder color, but I ended up just going over the French tip with a gel art liner. So I could have just done a solid color nail and done the French tip nail with the gel art liner. After all of the layers of dip powder are fully dry, I'm then going to take the activator, which is number 3, and apply this very generously to all of the nails. Activator is very important because it hardens the layers of dip powder and makes sure that it's ready to be filed. After the activator, I did buff and file the nails, and then I took my Macart matte gel top coat and I'm going to apply this to the orange glitter nails. The reason for this is I wanted a good matte glitter nail for the base of these two designs. You can use a glossy top coat if you would like, but personally for the look that I was going for, I wanted these two nails to be matte. I am going to hold the nails upside down for a few seconds before I cure, just to level out the gel. I'm then going to cure under the UV LED lamp for 1 minute. I'm then going to take my Micarta top coat and the butterfly stickers that I got from Rossely's website. I'm then going to take some tweezers. I'm going to start by taking the regular glossy gel top coat and applying this onto the ombre nail. You can apply nail stickers directly onto the dry nail, but personally I love doing them this way. I feel like it completely erases the lines of the nail sticker, so that's just how I like to do my nail stickers. I'm going to take this really big butterfly and I'm going to be placing this on the side of the nail. I think these butterfly stickers are so beautiful and I really love the colors of them. I also really like how these stickers have glitter in them. I'm going to push out all of the air bubbles and make sure that the gel is fully surrounding the edges of the sticker just to blend it in with the nail. After I have the sticker in the perfect position and all of the air bubbles are pushed out, I'm then going to cure the nail under the UV LED lamp for 1 minute. I'm then going to take the Bella Vena gel art liner, this is the orange one which is number 5, and I'm going to be outlining the French tip nail. As you can see, after I buff the nail, you really can't tell the difference between the orange dip powder and the nude color. So I'm just going to outline the French tip that I've already created and fill in the tip of the nail with this orange gel art liner. I am going to be using this same gel art liner color for the design on the other 2 nails, so that's what completes this nail look and makes all of the nails flow together very well. So if you're doing the same design as I am, make sure to use the same gel color. As you guys may know from my other videos, I am absolutely obsessed with these gel art liners. They're some of my favorite nail art tools at the moment, so you guys are going to continue to see these gel art liners for quite a while. I am taking the 000 clear base, my cuticle pusher, and that same orange gel art liner because I'm doing a sugared effect on the nail, so I'm just drawing some swirly lines going across the nail. And before I cure that layer of gel polish, I am going to pour the clear dip powder onto the wet gel, and this is going to create a sugared effect. I kind of forgot and went ahead and cured the French tip nail, but I did go back in and add another layer of the orange gel art liner just so that I can create the sugar effect on that nail. I am going to do the same design on my pinky as I did for my middle finger nail. After you add the gel art liner, you are going to pour the clear dip powder over top of the wet gel and then cure under the UV LED lamp. After you cure the nail, you're then able to dust away all of the excess clear dip powder, and this is going to give you that beautiful sugared effect. I'm also going to be adding a glossy gel top coat over top of the sticker now just to make sure that everything is blended into that nail. I did go back in and filed around my cuticle areas just to make sure that the nails look as professional as I can get them. I did this with my Bella Vena portable e-file and this really small cuticle bit that I got from Amazon. I will link everything down in the description if you're curious on these products. I really love to do this step because it blends in the cuticles of the nails and makes them look a lot nicer. I'm then going to take this manicure brush and make sure to dust all of the excess dust off of the nails. I'm then going to take these chunky rhinestones that I got from an SXC polygel kit and I'm going to be applying these onto the nails. I am using my tweezers just to easily pick up these rhinestones. I am also using these smaller rhinestones. I'm using different sizes. You'll just see as I place them onto my nail. I'm applying these rhinestones with my Tamika polygel in the clear. And the reason for this is polygel holds the rhinestones into place very well, and I really like this method of application for my rhinestones. To prevent the rhinestones from catching on things such as your hair and clothes, we want to make sure that the polygel fully covers the edges of the rhinestone, just to make sure that there's nothing for the rhinestones to catch on.
A few moments later.
Before I cure those rhinestones into place, I'm also adding a gel top coat around them and only on the base of the French tip nail, just to make sure that the surface of the base of my nail is very shiny. I'm then going to be adding rhinestones onto the base of my thumbnail and also on the ombre nail. After all of the rhinestones are cured into place, I'm going to take my cuticle oil from Double Dip and apply this to all of my cuticles. And here are the nails. I hope you guys enjoyed this design. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! And here is the other hand if you're curious on how that one turned out.